Solo Arts. In today's video, we're going to be using a new line of paints for the first time. It's the Instant Color from Scale 75. It's their version of contrast paints. I just picked them up from Kickstarter. They just got shipped to me. Specifically, we're going to be using Replenish Blue. SIN-29 is the paint code on that one. We're going to be using it on a Forbidden Fortress mini, a traveling monk character. That also, ironically enough, is a Kickstarter edition model, and it's for a commission for a friend of mine. So sit back, relax, and let's get painting. Okay guys, welcome back to the paint bench. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of the Instant Colors Scale 75 contrast paint color Replenish Blue. Its number is SIN-29, and we're going to be using it on a Forbidden Fortress mini here. We've got the Traveling Monk. We've got him in a Zenithal black and white prime. Used a little bit of Skeleton Horde on his hat and staff. And today we're going to be doing the blue on his shirt and sleeve and a little bit around the back here. Just to see how it works out. Compare this to the Citadel line. So we give the paint a quick shake. I did notice in opening these, you have to pierce the pour spout there. It is sealed with a little plastic over it, so something to think about. A couple of drops in there. Lid back on. Zoom in a bit for you. Now let's go ahead and paint. Okay, it's going on pretty thin. See how it does in the folds here. First time using any Scale 75 product. I've wanted to get their paints, but they're not easy to get where I'm at. Nobody around me sells them. I've asked my FLGS to carry them, and they have a hard time getting them. First attempt with any Scale 75 product. Shirt. Okay, it stops there. Covers pretty well. I like it. So okay. Capillary action, it travels very well in that little tight spot. Yeah, flows on easily. I like it. Get that down in that sleeve area there. All right. Here. All right. Get back behind for full coverage. Looks pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that dry, see how long it takes to dry, and do a second coat on it. But as you can see, looks pretty good. I like it. I'm going to pause the video, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So, I let that dry about a full 15 minutes, And one thing with Scale 75 paints is they're very matte. That's kind of their recipe, their claim to fame is finishes with a very matte finish. So you can really tell when this dries, it goes from gloss, especially in the parts where it was on a little thicker, goes from a very wet looking gloss to very matte looking. So it's very easy to tell when it's dry, and that was a full 15 minutes. So let's give it a second coat and see how it looks. Do his robe in like a dark gray or maybe even a black. We'll see. So if I get a little bit of overpaint here, I can come back and overpaint that with the black. Not so much to worry about. We want to make sure we get it in all the spots that needs to go. And I did just realize that I need to do this sleeve over here too in the blue, because that looks like that's part of his under robe, and the over robe is black. So at least that's what I've seen pictures online. The box art, I believe, is what that looks like. Okay. Back behind here again. Under his sleeve here, looking up. Alright, I think that's good there. And it's still definitely pulling into the creases, and the ridges are pulling through. It shows it's much more vivid on the camera here, but when you look at it in person, it definitely, you can tell that it's doing its contrast tricks there. Let's go ahead and get this first coat under here. This paint goes pretty far too, just 2 drops in my little water bottle cap, and that's given me plenty. It's starting to get a little tacky from that drying time. I covered it a little bit, but I don't think it was a good seal, so it's starting to get a little dried out on my dry palette. I don't use the contrast colors on the wet palette. I don't think that is good for them. Breaks down their properties to where they don't do their specific trick of contrasting. Just a little touch there, got a little bit on his hand. I don't want it there. Remove that. Just erase it with a wet paintbrush. Enough so that when I come back, it'll be easily covered. Alright. And cover up the under this undersleeve. Haven't painted on camera in a while, and it is proving itself to be tricky again. Keeping it in focus on camera. All right. Looking pretty good. I like this stuff. this color has proven to be pretty easy to work with. It does its trick. Well, okay. I will call that done for now. Appreciate you guys watching the video. And don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and we will have more Scale 75 instant color contrast paint videos coming up. So we got a lot of stuff to paint, and I'm starting to like this line. So thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.